Hey, what's up everybody? It's the Crypto Ginger here. Just going to quickly go over some of the more recent circulating news revolving around crypto. And of course, I want to start off with this article here from CoinDesk, where we see that Walmart is wanting to patent a stablecoin, very much how the Facebook Libra coin is. And of course, if you've been paying attention to the news lately when it comes to Facebook's Libra coin, there is a lot of controversy set around that. And I would imagine that if any other entity wants to do something very similar to what Facebook was trying to do with Libra, they're going to have a lot of controversy around them. So it wouldn't surprise me if we hear something regarding the U.S. Senate and the U.S. Congress speaking their opinion about Walmart wanting to make their own stablecoin. Now, I would guess just as well that this is the start of what we're going to start seeing for this whole entire ecosystem blowing up. If Walmart actually creates their own stablecoin, then you could rest assured that mass adoption is most certainly going to kick in. And keep this in mind as well. There was the recent partnership between MoneyGram and Ripple, and where a majority of most MoneyGram is located, if they don't have their own station as far as their own little store set up, a lot of them are located in Walmart. So you can see how this is going to correlate very interesting together if Walmart is successful with this patent, moves forward, and actually creates their own stablecoin. But this article kind of talks about this. They are filing for this patent, and of course, it's an application done through the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. Here we can easily see that Walmart touts the concept of a digital currency tied to regular currency, so again, making it a stablecoin. Now, how the Libra coin was actually going to be pegged was actually to a basket of fiat currencies across the globe. And I think that that was one of the issues that the U.S. Senate and the U.S. Congress had when it came to how Libra was actually going to be backed up and whether or not that would cause some controversy, when it comes to comparing it to the US dollar, for example, which is technically failing at this point in time. But nonetheless, again, we're seeing some very close ties when it comes to what Walmart's wanting to do right alongside what Facebook is trying to do with the Libra coin. So what this really points to me, guys, is that we're going to start seeing a lot of companies out there probably trying to create their own version of a stablecoin based off of their company. Think about this. If most of your conglomerate companies out there have their own version of a stablecoin, that information, that as far as transferring from one coin to another, is going to have a level of interoperability taking place there, so they can be swapped out, so that way you can go shopping at Walmart versus doing shopping via Facebook, if you will. Now, of course, again, I'm just trying to give you a very interesting perspective here, but when it comes to XRP being not only a digital asset but a bridge asset, we could see the likelihood of a lot of these currencies flowing through XRP for faster transaction times. They can still have their own stable coin, if you will, but they would be transferring it. At least that is a method available to them for interoperability, is to do it through XRP. So again, you can see how a lot of this information can be tied together, especially now that we see Walmart wanting to create their own stablecoin, MoneyGram's association with Ripple, MoneyGram's association with Walmart's, all across the board. This could be a very, very big process in the end game there for Ripple and XRP. But again, a lot of these things are still in development. I just wanted to kind of bring this to your attention when it comes to what Walmart's trying to do. Again, very much like how Facebook is with the Libra coin. So let me know what you guys think about this information, guys. A couple other things I want to quickly go over as well. Now, this next bit of information is really just connecting some more dots when it comes to main conglomerate companies working or having some sort of affiliation with a banking structure that has worked with Ripple Network. And of course, before we get started, I want to give a huge shout out to XRP Researcher for this bit of information through Twitter. You can give them a follow at XRP News _. But what we're seeing here is that Coinbase has changed banks. They're working with Cross River Bank now. And of course, Cross River Bank is the first U.S. bank to use RippleNet for real-time international payments between the U.S. and Western Europe. Now, really, this is just a means of seeing all the dots being connected between, again, Cross River Bank, Coinbase, and Ripple Network. This is not to say that Coinbase is going to be utilizing Ripple Network by any means. That could be something underlining as far as being under the radar and the public doesn't know about. But as of right now, these connections are not verifying any of that. It's just really just saying, hey, you know what? Coinbase is utilizing a bank that has actually utilized Ripple Network. And that's all there is to it at this point in time. Unless something absolutely official does come out, I just want you guys to take in consideration that this is, again, just simply connecting some more dots, and that's about it. But I just, again, want to give a shout out to XRP Researcher for kind of connecting some of these dots and showing, again, these main conglomerate companies out there are all in bed together, guys. They most certainly are. They are aware of each other and aware of what they can do to help benefit each other. So keep that in mind, guys. And of course, give XRP Research a follow. Outside of that, I want to go over one last thing. Now, I want to end this video off on something that I think is good when it comes to perspective, because, guys, when it comes to the innovation of this fintech technology that we're dealing with, for example, blockchain and distributed ledger technology, and of course now the whole entire cryptocurrency ecosystem, a lot of this stuff here that we're dealing with is still brand new, even though the entirety of it all has been roughly around 10 years, maybe a little longer than that. The idea is really it's still in its baby stages, and once everything is all said and done, we start seeing some maturity coming out of this market. That's when you are going to see a lot of things ramping up. And I can actually attribute a lot of this right here to things we've dealt with in the past. And of course, New York Times actually posted a tweet just recently that kind of helps illustrate this. So what we're seeing here is the first cell phone, the Motorola Dynac TAC, and of course it's called the Brick, which is definitely something I remember way back in the day when I was a kid hearing about this. Now this phone right here went on sale in 1983 for $3,995, or at least right now that's the equivalent of about $10,000 today. So imagine paying for this brick phone for roughly around $10,000 just so you can communicate back and forth. And of course, we can see here that it weighed about 2 pounds, took 10 hours to charge, and only lasted about 20 minutes before it went dead. That guy looks extremely happy they're using that phone. But nonetheless, guys, a $10,000 phone by the equivalence of, you know, how much they paid for it back then versus what the dollar's worth now. That's very, very expensive for a phone that only lasted about 20 minutes. But that was the new way of communicating. It was a tech that allowed you to separate yourself from the base of the phone that was normally attached to the wall with a cord. And of course, now you have that separation. You can be more mobile. You can do your thing. Again, this was an innovative technology that allowed people to kind of expand upon that. And now where are we at? We basically have the smartest computers in our hands that are at our reach at any given time. This basically, your cell phone now is an extension of who you are. So in some form or fashion, the technology has advanced so much when it comes to cell phones alone that we are almost borderline built into our cell phones, because everything that we know or that we learn comes from this little device that we hold every single day. Most people don't even remember phone numbers off the top of their head anymore because they rely on their cell phone to do so. So we got to keep all that information in mind, guys, when it comes to a lot of this new technology here. It's just very fascinating that we're actually seeing, again, a baby stage phase of cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology and distributed ledger technology. And we're all anticipating something to happen tomorrow when it comes to price points jumping up exponentially. Well, it's going to take time, guys. It will absolutely take time. And this right here, again, is just more motivation for someone like myself. When I see this, I understand that this right here is an entire ecosystem that is still early. And of course, you know, once we start seeing some maturity happen in this ecosystem, that's when things are really going to ramp up. And I would imagine just as well that the future of fintech is going to expand exponentially as well. So let me know what you guys think about this information, guys. I just wanted to kind of share this information with you. And of course, there's going to be a lot more news coming out. It's always happening every single day. Let me know if there's things you want me to kind of talk about on this channel, because I'd like to expand a little bit more. I tried doing that with a video where I talked about the most recent asteroid 2019 OK. If you haven't seen that video, most certainly go check it out. I'll leave it at the end of this video so you can actually click on it very easily. As a matter of fact, this right here is the video where I actually go over the asteroid that actually went past the Earth, and it was about 45,000 miles away from hitting this planet, guys. Just to kind of give you an understanding, that is actually closer to the planet than the moon was. And this thing did a flyby almost in between the moon and the Earth. So keep that in mind, guys. Again, we were almost obliterated by an asteroid that still to this day, majority of most people don't even know about. So definitely take a quick look at this video if you want to kind of be entertained by this, but understand, again, there's a lot of things out there that are going to be most certainly bigger than what we are. And the bigger picture, at least for me, is that if this right here is something that could have simply wiped us out and most people don't even know about it, a lot of people's focus are probably in the wrong direction, guys. Outside of that, guys, thank you so much for paying attention to these videos here, and thank you for being a part of this channel. If you have anything you'd like to add, please leave it in the comments section. And of course, anybody that's new to this channel, if you like what you see, please hit the like and subscribe button and share this content out there with as many people as you can. It really does help get this information to the top of the list when it comes to providing it to an audience that is really trying to look for some information out there regarding cryptocurrencies and expanding into this realm. So again, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.